All right, everybody, welcome to the Scho-Zone on the road. It's your host here, Ryan Schofield, coming at you live it's going to be posted afterwards, but coming at you from my hotel here at the Congress Plaza Hotel in Chicago, downtown. This place is a fucking steal. Allegedly it's haunted. I'll live with the consequences, I might have some. We're just going to kind of do a little bit of a part one, we'll just say. Probably have like a 4 or 5 parter of this entire little series. My trip I'm doing to Chicago. I'm going to be going to see Shohei Ohtani and the Los Angeles Dodgers tonight, take on the Chicago-White Sox. Going to be checking out Guaranteed Rate Field for the first time. I'll probably have some shorts being posted up, little clips of the ball game. Anything I find interested, if I have any interesting interactions, anyone that might be a willing participant. So, where do we go? Well, woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning today. Fell asleep pretty early last night. I've just been absolutely wiped. To be honest, this was not a vacation. I don't regret booking this. I'm happy that I'm here. I was not feeling like going though all day yesterday, just because been like 98 degrees and fucking humid up in upstate New York. So absolutely wiped out this week. Just been working a lot, and yeah, I woke up and when I was at the airport, I'm just thinking, it's Game 7. I'm going to be at the fucking game during Game 7. And what's even worse about that is that they're going to be happening simultaneously. So there's a little bit of a lag. I'm probably going to be watching the game on my phone or see if I can find a sports bar inside of this arena, or depending on what happens in the game, because I do have Florida. Florida was looking really good there. That's changing things up a little bit. The fact that Florida might blow this, I really, really could use them hitting that one, because we're off to a little bit of a rough start today on the betting circuit so far. But we got the game tonight. That's what we're going for. So flew in, just quick little stop to LaGuardia. Absolutely perfect flight schedule I had. I just got, if you get to the TSA line in Albany, last time I went around like 4 o'clock. It turns out if you get there like 3:30, there is no line whatsoever. Ultimately you're still waiting for a flight. I just would rather be sitting there versus standing there. So got to my flight. Ate 100 milligrams of edibles. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not human. Didn't really feel like it did much for me, or just couldn't tell if I was tired, I guess. But didn't pass out on the plane or anything. Was just pretty relaxed. Made it through there. Then as soon as we get to LaGuardia, a quick little walk gets right to the airport. I literally walked straight from gate to gate, boarded. 2-hour flight to Chicago. Chicago's airport is absolutely fucking massive. Felt like we were on a bus ride from the time we landed to actually getting to our gate. Then, took a little subway train there. And then actually, this is the first time I've ever taken a subway in a major city. I actually took the ride from O'Hare all the way in. I originally planned on, here's the thing. I researched my trip out. I originally thought I was going to be going to this one station and then walking to the dispensary that I'd scouted out. Then I realized, oh wait, the dispensary is actually on the way to that station, so I get up a couple stops sooner. Found that pretty easily, as far as I'm just like, okay, I can kind of look at the map, kind of get an idea of where I'm going. And then honestly, I was going to walk one place because I wasn't supposed to be able to check into my hotel for a long time. And I knew I was walking in the direction of my hotel, but I was like, we're just going to kill some time. Maybe we'll pass by there so we can check in early. And then without even looking for it, I actually ended up just walking right past it. This hotel, like I said, is an absolute fucking steal. I'm in the middle of downtown Chicago. There's, I believe, Gate Park or something like that. Grant Park across the road from me, which looks like pretty nice. Probably going to go over there to burn a little doob in a second. The dispensary, there was, taxes in Illinois were so far so high. I haven't actually done the flower yet, so I can't really rate that product so far. A little review for state by state, since I am reviewing ballparks and I do like the cannabis. So far, I'll give the cannabis rankings of the states I've purchased it in. Number 1 is Mass, number 2 is Missouri, and number 3 is my home state of New York. So far, Illinois, good start. Obviously everything's probably going to be their taxes. I think are higher than New York. So far, the product, like I said, didn't really do flower, but we'll see. The vapes are doing okay, because then I grabbed that, and then as I get walking and I'm kind of near like the river walkway, I hit the pen a few times, and I'm walking, and it's kind of almost reminds you of certain spots in Vegas. Had the scammers. Had this one girl walk up to me. I had 2 of them. I had one was a monk or whatever, I forget, the Dalai Lama or whatever the hell they are. I know it just probably sounded horrible. He goes to hand me a card, and as he's going to hand me to me, I was, a little stoned for a second. I realized, oh shit, no. And he's going to hand it to me, and I'm like, no. And he's like trying to force it to me, and he's like, donation, and I'm like, get your hand away from me, sir. And just kind of gave him a cold stare, even though I had sunglasses on. But then, he obliged, so that was nice. And then a little bit while later, there was like this blonde girl that was pointing at me, waving, and I just kind of, I had my earbuds in. I was walking past. Actually, no, I didn't have my earbuds at this point. I put them in afterwards because I noticed people stopped talking to me after that point. Well, this lady stopped talking to me as well, too. This lady stops me, and she was like, hey, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, let's just see what the hell they're doing here. And she's like, hey, blah, blah. She's like, nice hat, even though she said she's a Cubs fan, I got my Cardinals hat on. And then she mentions, she's like, hey, have you ever heard of the Special Olympics? And I was like, yeah, I love to go there to jerk off. And then kind of there was an awkward silence, and then I was like, nice try, and then walked away. So that scam got shot up in her face. No pun intended there. Actually, I didn't shoot anything in her face. Just a little web of shock, I guess. Probably not anything. If you've been to Vegas, you're kind of used to that. I mean, most major cities, I'd imagine this goes on. A city like Chicago is probably AAA, and Vegas is probably the big leagues for that type of shit. I mean, I just wasn't impressed. It was pretty easy to spot out, but. Stopped at one place. Actually, the first thing I did, I should mention, I got my first Chicago-style dog. I don't even like about like 3 of the ingredients that are on that thing. I mean, I don't like pickles. I don't like relish. I might be changed. That dog was amazing. I don't know what I tasted on there. Everything just hit a different way. Because I went there and I was, I saw the menu and I was like, hey man, I was like, can I get just a dog with mustard? He's like, yeah man, you can do what you want. He's like, you sure don't want to try a Chicago dog though while you're here? I was like, or I said something, I was like, is that like allowed? Probably knew I was, from out of town or something. And he was like, yeah, just give it a shot. So I was like, you know what, man, you got to believe in me. So Charles was his name. I forget the name of the place. I did a review on Google. He was he was awesome. He was cracking me up. We were cracking each other up. Had a good dog there. And then when I found my hotel, stopped in here. The bar, I might have to give it a hang at night, see if they have any NAs or something, because it looks like the type of place that Jack Torrance would hang out. I was hanging out during the day. There was some guy that was laying on a couch that security told him he couldn't lay on the couch. While he was doing that, somebody knocked on the door and asked him if he wanted to buy some kind of drugs. I don't know if they were the right kind. I may have followed the guy outside. No, just kidding. I would never, ever buy drugs from a stranger in Chicago, especially when we now have our lovely dispensaries. But, lost a little bet on a tennis match. So I had a whole kind of game planned out. They said that they had a room early for me to check in, so I got here. Actually, what was also cool is that they had a gym that was out looking the street here, Michigan Avenue, which is a fairly major street. So took the gun show on the road for a little bit, gave the people a little something to look at. Not really, don't got much, but I do like that in Chicago they do have the signs that do say, do not bring fire, or they have like the firearm through a sign thing there. So far everyone's obliging, can only appreciate that. But then I went to Giordano's Pizza, and I had my friend had the deep dish pizza someone recommended. Here's what I would say about it. It was really good as far as the quality was. It was fresh ingredients. They said it was going to take 40 minutes to cook, so I actually timed it out pretty good to getting there for the soccer match, and got it right at the start. So I'm like, oh, cool, I'll be getting this right by halftime. And they said it's so hot you don't even want to eat it for a little bit. I got it in like 30 minutes. It was all cooked and everything like that, but it wasn't piping hot. Like, it wasn't going to burn my face off or anything. So I did that. My overall assessment, again, was very fresh. Not my cup of tea. Way too much cheese on that one. I could if there's a way they get a colonic on the way to Guaranteed Rate Field, I'll do it, because I don't know what I'm going to eat in Milwaukee now, because we're going to be a little backed up, I think. We're going to have to figure something out at some point, or maybe introduce a salad. I've mostly been eating, so here's the thing. I mean, like, there's a bunch of great steakhouses here, but the thing is, I eat steak like 3 nights a week now, and I eat red meat pretty much 5 nights a week. So I figured let's try something I couldn't get in New York. And so far not feeling the greatest on that one, but I've been walking a ton, so it's all good on that. But there's a brick sitting in here, and I need to get it out of me, and it's going to be ugly when it happens. So when I was there though, the little weird there, the server, or the bartender, whatever you want to call him. First he seemed a little standoffish, then he kind of seemed to be paying a little attention, and then there was we were talking about, he was asking me how I liked everything that was good. And then when I went to hand him the check, the best way I could describe this is he may have had like what I would call, a Pride Month moment, I guess I would say. When he was handing me the card back, he kind of, I would call, put it this way, I wouldn't do it to a woman that I wasn't really trying to fuck, put it that way. That's the way that I felt. It didn't dock his tip too much. He was still a decent guy, but I ate like 2 slices of that thing. I mean, if I wanted to, if I really like gun to my head to will, if the guy said, if you don't eat this entire pizza, I'm going to do that thing you don't want me to do to you. I 100% could have finished it all, just would not feel good about myself. I was thinking about even having the leftovers here. I just don't want anything to do with it. So there was a homeless guy on the side of the road. I dropped that off to him. When he wakes up, he's going to have a little surprise. Hopefully he wakes up. I guess that would be the way of putting it. But just kind of killing a little time. I got to charge up my phone after I post this video, upload this. I'm going to go to the park, burn a doob, and then I got to get myself over to Citizen or the Guaranteed Rate Field. I'll be posting some shorts. We got Ohtani up there. This is a wonderful matchup. I got Ohtani and Crotchet. I could sell my ticket for twice of what I paid. I got a lovely seat, like 30 rows back on third baseline. It was like $70 for that ticket. I could sell for almost double that right now, but I'm still going to go. And, hopefully they'll have some updates going on, or, hopefully Florida just puts it away quickly and I can focus on that. My picks for the game today, I'm going as follows. I'm going to be taking, there's some good info that it says that there's going to be no runs scored in the first inning, so we're going to put it all on that one. This is going to be like our uncut gems moment, only it's going to be a little better than it's an actual bet you can do for starters, and it's not going to be an opening tip. So we're going to flip the coin there. We're going to do no run in the first, which is kind of weird because I'm kind of hamstring myself because I have Ohtani for 2 total bases, which if he gets that, he's batting leadoff. That could, be a tough squeeze there. Then I have the Dodgers winning the game. I have Will Smith to have a hit. I think I have Tommy Pham to have a hit and Teoscar Hernandez to have a hit. So that's like a pretty sexy payout, I must say, if that one comes across. So that'll be pretty nice. The biggest bet is today, as I posted my short to it earlier, is the Lance Lynn play. Under 17.5 outs was the prop earlier. It's actually been down to 16.5 on a book that I saw it. Lance Lynn going 6 innings against the Braves. I'll go till I'm blue in the face on that one. I did a play of the day bet on that. So yeah, let's go. Let's get it going. That's part 1 of this trip. I'll be updating you throughout and anyone that tunes in, please subscribe, share, do what you got to do. Let's get this ball rolling. It would be nice to one day just be able to just go from ball game to ball game and do this and not do what I typically do on a day-to-day basis, because to be honest with you, sitting on an airplane staring straight ahead is more interesting than most days of my life at work. Take it easy. Have a good one.